Dead air logic. Again, dead air logic. What if silence on your radio dial isn't empty space, but a digital burial ground? We are currently witnessing the most aggressive audit of public space in human history, and it's happening at 180,000 miles per second. I am the lead instructor, and today we audit dead air logic, the systematic scrubbing of our historical broadcast frequencies. We are decoding the gaps to find out what is being buried in the static. It is time to reveal the forces turning our collective memory into a spectral void. Section 1. The land grab. In 2025, the One Big Beautiful Bill didn't just balance a budget, it triggered a forensic purge of the invisible. By reinstating the FCC's audition authority through 2034, the government has authorized the recalibration of 800 megahertz of spectrum. We're talking about the 1.3 to 10.5 gigahertz range. The prime real estate of human communication. This isn't just tech progress, it's enclosure movement. The airwaves that once carried public safety, rural news, and heritage signals are being stripped down to the foundation to make room for corporate telemetry. Section 2. The systematic erasure of heritage. Let's look at the logic. Let's look at the logic. In 2025, the federal rescissions package eliminated over $1 billion in public media funding. This wasn't an accident, it was a forensic clearing. When one defunds the content, you vacate the frequency. Stations like the WPSU and dozens across the rural U.S. are being forced to check out permanently. We are tracing the overwrite where a local public radio signal once lived. We now find the invisible ping of LEO satellite or LEO satellite constellations and 6G testing. This is the structure of loss. Erasing the cultural signals to make room for the industrial symphonies of the Saito age. Section 3. The corporate real estate war. The bidding wars for the upper C-band, or 398 or 4.2 gigahertz, are the new gold rush. These frequencies are the waterfront property of the spectrum. Why? Because they hold the perfect balance between distance and data density. While the public was told these changes were for connectivity, the forensic reality is about corporate telemetry. Private firms are buying the rights to overwrite the heritage bands, effectively legalizing the static. So if you can't hear the history, you can't audit the future. Section 4. The espionage of silence. This is where espionage comes in. We audit the dead zones. In areas where public signals have been scrubbed, new, unlisted burst transmissions are appearing using direction finding logic. We can see that these aren't public broadcasts, they are encrypted data flows for private infrastructure. By creating a spectral void, the new architects of the airwaves can move more massive amounts of data without public oversight. This is distribution intelligence in its most predatory form. They aren't taking air, they are hiding the transaction in a dead air logic. Section 5. Mapping the invisible fortress. By 2026, the FCC audio description requirements are expanding, but only for the Big Four. The independent, the rural, and the historic are being pushed into the 6GHZ. Unlicensed chaos are simply deleted. We are mapping these dead zones as forensics evidence of a controlled collapse. When you lose the frequency, you lose the ability to broadcast a counter-narrative. Understand this. To control a building or a nation, you must first control the logic of its walls. In 2026, the walls are made of frequencies and they are oblique black. The conclusion? reclaiming the dial. The silence isn't empty. Again, the silence isn't empty. It's a vacancy waiting for its new occupants. New occupants. If you want to understand the global flow, you have to look at what they're trying to erase. The map of the invisible world will be complete. Follow the static, audit the silence, audit the silence. This has been the Dead Ear Logic. I'll see you in the next frequency.